Hi, I'm Lizzie and this is Laura, and we are currently sailing on board P&O's Iona to the Norwegian Fjords. We last sailed this itinerary 2 years ago. However, our mum and dad are with us on this trip and they have never visited Norway before.
We'll be on this cruise for a full week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss any of what we get up to on board.
As there were 4 of us travelling on this cruise, we decided to get the coach this time. We booked select fare, so this was part of our fare. The reason we decided to do this is because we would never have fit our suitcases into a car with all 4 people, and we would have had to take 2 cars. So we thought the coach was a better option.
We live in the south of Birmingham and our closest coach pickup drop was Hopwood Services, which is pretty convenient for us, so we were quite pleased with that. Something we were a little bit wary of was the time for our pickup. Our pickup time wasn't until 12:45 p.m. and quite often we would be on the ship by then on embarkation day, so this was a little bit strange.
Because we were wary of the coach pickup time and we were also relying on a lift, we arrived there just before 12 o'clock and there were already some people waiting for the coach. The queue soon built up. The coach didn't turn up until about 10 to 1 and then we departed from Hopwood Services at around 1:15. We had seen on Facebook that there'd been an accident on the A34 and that the actual road had been closed both ways. I told the coach driver as I got on this and he was unaware of it, and he said that he would try and change route.
This coach arrived completely empty to Hopwood Services, so it hadn't been anywhere prior to collecting us, and we were the only stop on this journey as well. The coach driver loaded all of the suitcases onto the coach himself. He didn't have any help with that at all. In fact, he asked us all to get on the coach so that he could get on with doing that.
The coach itself was very clean and very comfortable with plenty of room. We did sit next to each other, but if we wanted, we could have had 2 seats each. The coach driver then asked if we were all okay, just going straight to Southampton. There is a toilet on board, and he estimated that the journey would take about 2 hours 45 minutes, which means we would have arrived at Southampton by 4 o'clock.
Final check-in time is 4:30 p.m. for a Southampton departure. We did not arrive at the terminal until about 4:50 p.m. So had we not been on a P&O organised coach, we would have missed check-in.
The coach driver still went towards the A34 and then we got diverted off, and we were aware from the Facebook groups that people were panicking because they were stuck in the traffic. So they were quite pleased to know that there were also some P&O coaches stuck in the traffic because, as we've just said, it meant the ship would wait for us.
We were some of the last passengers to get on board the ship. There was only one coach that arrived after we did. To be honest, we thought that departure time was too late anyway. It did not leave a lot of leeway. So next time we'd probably reconsider using the coaches.
However, we can really see the benefit of using the coaches because we weren't stressed about being late because we knew the ship would wait for us. And our parents said that they would definitely use a coach again to get down to Southampton if they were cruising alone.
So the advantage of that late arrival was that there was simply nobody there in Ocean Terminal when we arrived, and we've never seen it so quiet. The staff understandably were trying to rush us through because they had obviously expected to finish their shifts. So we were ushered straight up to a check-in desk, and we didn't have to collect our luggage from the coach. That was arranged to meet us outside our cabin, so that made life a lot easier in that sense also.
At check-in, we did have to have our photographs taken again because Laura likes uploading ones that they're not going to accept. Mum and Dad's did get accepted, that Laura also uploaded, so she was pretty pleased with that. We then went straight through security, which was really quick and really easy because there were not many people around. And before we knew it, we were going onto the ship and we headed straight to our muster station.
Because our cabins are right at the front of the ship, our muster station is the theatre. So we got our cards scanned there and then just jumped in a lift straight up to deck 11, which is where our cabins are, just so that we could have a little look at our cabins and drop our hand luggage off.
For this cruise, we have got an inside cabin and we are fully using Mum and Dad's cabin to film this video because they have got a balcony. So we are taking advantage of their cabin. We have got tours of both of these cabins on our channel, so please check them out.
While we were in the cabin dropping our hand luggage off, we did take the time to watch the safety video that's there on the TVs. Now, these had actually Because we were so late on board, they'd finished playing on our television screens by the time we got into the cabin, but you can access these through the menus to get them to play again.
We were really hungry now by this point, so we headed up to Taste 360 to just grab something quick to eat. We only wanted a quick snack because we had got the beach house booked for tonight, but as always, you end up having a little bit more than you intend to. And we all were really hungry, so we couldn't help ourselves.
There was a sort of bit of a sail away event happening, so we popped out to the back of deck 16 and sat at the bar there where the busker was playing as we sailed away from Southampton. The weather was lovely, but unfortunately, because we were sat on the coach, we didn't get to enjoy as much of it as we'd have liked to in Southampton.
After we had sat enjoying the little bit of sunshine for a while, we then headed back to our cabins to unpack and to get ready for the evening. We felt like everything was a bit of a rush because of the short amount of time we'd been on the ship.
We had the beach house booked for 8 p.m, and as our cabins are really close to each other, we got ready and then popped through into our mum and dad's cabin to collect them to come down to dinner.
The beach house on the first night has now become a bit of a tradition for us. We find having something booked on the first night stops that problem of having to wait ages in the queues, because for some reason the first night always seems that little bit more chaotic. For my starter today, I had the sweet potato mozzarella skins. I've had them many times before. They always seem to be a slight difference between them, but they always taste really nice. For my main, I decided to go for something that I have been saying I'm going to have for quite a while, and I had the lava rock steak. The lava rock steak has got a supplement on top of your already paid supplement. That is now £9.50, but you do get prawns with it as well. It is worth every penny, and it is probably one of the best things I have ever eaten on a P&O ship. I'm not a massive fan of desserts, so there wasn't one that took my fancy, so I didn't have a dessert today.
For my meal, I had nachos for a starter, and I did add the chicken burnt ends on there. That is now an extra £1.75 supplement to do that. I'm not sure it was worth paying to add those on. I think the nachos would have been nice just without them. And then for my main, I had the chicken tinga fajitas, which again I pretty regularly have in the beach house, and they were really good. A bit like those sweet potato skins, they're different every time I have them, but this version I really enjoyed. For dessert, I had a banana split. I had a bit of trouble eating this. It was in like a taco shell, and every time I tried to break a bit off of that taco shell, it seemed to fly around everywhere. So if you want to look classy whilst eating, I'd probably avoid this one.
Mum and Dad thoroughly enjoyed the beach house too. Mum especially enjoyed the starter of crab starters, and Dad really enjoyed his chocolate coconut dessert.
After dinner, we headed down to the Keel and Cow, where we could hear the busker who was playing on the bottom floor of the atrium, so it was quite a nice relaxed vibe in there, and we just sat there for a little bit watching the world go by.
We then headed to the theatre. Tonight was Digital, performed by Headliners Theatre Company. I have seen this before, but Laura hasn't. If you want to know why, check out our Arvia videos. We had booked on my holiday, but nobody was checking bookings as we entered. So if you haven't booked, don't panic, because you can go along and you will probably still get a seat.
As it was my first time watching this, I thoroughly enjoyed it. We've seen quite a few repeats in headliners shows, so it's nice to see something different. And I'll be honest, I thought that we were smack bang in the target audience for this one. All of the songs were songs that we enjoy. And yeah, it was just generally good fun.
Once the theatre production had finished, we headed down to the clubhouse, which is one of our favourite venues on Iona. We easily got a table for the four of us in there. However, it did take us a while to get served for a drink.
Pulse were performing their pure pop set while we were in there, and again, this is probably our sort of music, so we enjoyed that too. But like we said, we were getting a bit frustrated with how slow the drink service was taking. It did look as though the staff were having problems using the tablets. There was a lot of having to go back and forth to the bar for them, so things were taking quite a while. We did stay in the clubhouse until the end of the night. We didn't let anyone down and stayed out until last orders, and to be honest, it stayed relatively busy. There were a few others around. One thing that I think had sort of really changes the atmosphere now in the clubhouse is that the DJ booth at the back of the room is now being used rather than the DJ booth that is right next to the dance floor, and it doesn't give it quite the same feel that it used to have.
Despite the fact that the cruise didn't probably start in the best way, we've been delayed to get here. We have had a good day. we are really excited to experience what Iona has to offer again, and we are really looking forward to visiting the fjords, and we're very excited for our mum and dad to visit them for the first time.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like and drop any questions you've got in the comments down below. Please do also make sure you're subscribed to our channel. You can also find us on social media by searching Sisters on the Seas.